its ongoing campaign to drive gender empowerment on the African continent, Standard Bank brought the Top Women Awards to Emperor's Palace in Johannesburg on the 23rd of August 2018. The platform recognizes outstanding leadership for organizations that have stepped up and shaped women's roles within the private and public sectors, as well as recognizing individuals who exemplify inspiration and show vision, innovation and leadership within their communities and society.
It's everybody's responsibility actually to empower women and alleviate that social disadvantage that women have faced over the years. The word needs to be spread amongst other women, and I think that my job in terms of what the awards does is finding the stories that need to be told so that we can share them. One of the things that I think is extremely important is that we are sharing what we are doing. A lot of people go to work every day and they think that it is just ticking boxes is what they do, but it is so significant that they don't realize it's worthy of an award, it's worthy of an accolade, and it is inspirational to the nation, to young girls, and even to women in their mid-40s and 50s who want to get back out of there and do something and make a change. They can.
Trust me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, that here at the Standard Bank Top Women Awards, we build the sisterhood up. So all the cheerleaders that were whooping when they saw their favourites come on screen, let's have one last whoop for all our judges. As we extend our gratitude to our review panel, special mention is made of the following judges who took time out of their already crammed schedules to determine who the finalists in this year's Standard Bank Top Women Awards would be. Thank you, Joanna Mukoki, CEO, Travel with Flair. Mandlakazi Stau, Group Corporate Affairs Manager, British American Tobacco. Uti Mahanyele, Executive Chairperson, Sigma Capital. Tamara Matebula, Deputy Chairperson at the Commission for Gender Equality. Catherine Constantinides, Lead SA Executive and Director of Miss Earth and Social Cohesion Advocate for the Department of Arts and Culture.
One of the greatest challenges, if we're absolutely honest, is that business is still a man's world. If we are really honest about this stat and fact, we will understand that women find it very difficult to thrive in a space that is still male-dominated. So many of the awards tonight are celebrating women who are in traditionally male-dominated spaces, in mining, in retail, and so many others, pharmaceuticals. But it is women who are relentless in ensuring that they find a balance in their life, being able to stand their own, especially when they're the only woman around a boardroom table and the only woman within the first layer of an organization.
In 2017, the World Economic Forum's annual Gender Gap Report shows slow progress and minimal change in many countries worldwide. It estimates gender parity globally may now be over 170 years away. Previously, they had stated that it would be 80 years as a time frame. Then it was 120, and now we are at 170. Maybe it's what Carla was saying, what we are Googling is not moving the significance towards the 80 and, of course, towards number 1. I think women have evolved over a period of time. So as a bank, we really make every effort, not only to talk about transformation or to talk about addressing the gender gap, but to absolutely execute and in the forums that we participate at. And if you look at the complexion and the gender specifications that Standard Bank brings on board, we are very proud of what we are doing.
Let's get right down to the reason for which we're here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get the 15th annual Standard Bank Top Women Awards ceremony underway, and we'll start with the Top Gender Empowered Company in Resources Award, sponsored by Black Royalty Minerals. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, WA Fuels and Oil.
We are truly honored to receive this award tonight. This award goes out to all the women out here who continuously inspire, empower, and build other women. So we salute you.
And the winner in the category Top Gender Empowered Company Healthcare and Pharmaceuticals Award is Mundi Pharma.
Well, I think the health and pharmaceutical industry is an industry that I think that has a lot of opportunity to develop women. I think at the lower echelons of organizations, there are an immense amount of women, sales representatives, etc. But as you climb up the ladder in the executive positions, it's very scant. So unfortunately, the decision makers and the influence of culture within the organizations are really determined by the men. And I think that it's not about women leading better than men. It's just about having the diversity at the top that actually flows down and has the influence across all aspects of the business.
I encourage all pharmaceutical companies out there, just let those women grow and lead.
The award for Top Gender Empowered Company in Travel and Hospitality went to Gold Circle Horse Racing and Betting.
I think the award is quite significant in the sense that horse racing and gambling is generally not associated with women in leadership positions. And at Gold Circle, we've really endeavored to ensure that we've got women leading the board, women leading the executive, and women just across the entire organization. And even in our procurement value chain, we've got a lot of women participating.
Next up, Top Gender Empowered Company in Financial Services.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category is Old Mutual Investment Group.
To my Old Mutual Investment Group to empower women, to my Old Mutual Investment Group.
And then Top Gender Empowered Company in Retail.
And the winner is Ancora. Congratulations.
I really didn't expect to win this award. And yeah, just for small businesses, it's really hard out there. So the support is just phenomenal. Thank you.
For fast growth, women-owned SMMEs, the award went to MRC Lifestyle CC, trading as Tractone.
It's not about the growth of my business. This award was important to me because I've never started in business to make money. It was about the fact that I want to empower young girls. So I run an entrepreneur program where girls come into my company and we then mentor them as well as offer them bursaries. And my main aim is it's not recognition or business, because that I must go out and get myself. It's to actually make young girls realize that, you know what, we don't need to work for bosses.
The award for Top Gender Empowered Company in terms of diversity in the workplace went to Isilumco Staffing.
If one thinks about diversity in the corporate world, it's just a word because you actually don't see it happening. It's very rare. People talk about it. But I can tell you that at Isilumco, we really, we talk about diversity, we walk the talk, we walk the walk, we believe in it. And it is important because one finds that people are being left behind, especially women. When you talk about people in different roles, you're finding that we'll promote more men, and women are obviously sidelined for the job, and yet they worked harder, they have the qualifications, and I think that corporate South Africa should be focused on diversity and drive it within the business.
And when it comes to skills development, the Top Gender Empowered Company in South Africa is Sorbet Salons.
Well, I think for us it's a very meaningful reward here. We've started the Sorbet Group on the premise of empowering women and really just creating a community that's meaningful for people to belong to. Our founder, Ian Furr, has always imparted on all of us in the executive team that it's always people before profit. So it's never about the money, it's about the ability to serve and really create an environment where people want to belong. So for us, this is really meaningful.
The next award was the Top Gender Empowered Company for Energy and Utilities.
And the winner is Green Cape. Come on up!
We're a small, not-for-profit organisation, so I think I'd really like to thank our funders who help us to do the work that we do.
The Female Entrepreneur of the Year was Veronica Motlutsi of Smart Home Connect.
What we're doing, we partner with female companies, 100% owned companies. We get them into our company. We partner through a channel partnership, or we use them for other projects, and that's the only way to really to get women to get their hands dirty and deliver on some of this project, because all you need is just the experience to be able to do this. So I've been in the IT sector for 15 years and I have evolved. Currently my company looking at smart things, smart digital technologies, and those within that space as well is still male dominated. And what we are doing is to empower young women to also play in this space, not be scared of AIs, not be scared of IoT, embrace this technology and make money.
South Africa's former First Lady Zanele Mbeki was honoured with the Lifetime Achievement Award for, amongst other things, her remarkable philanthropic work on the establishment of the Women's Development Bank.
Oh, there's been a lot of progress. I'm not too sure, but I think that not reversals, but the emergence of new problems in society, and that again that are borne by women.
And Businesswoman of the Year went to ABN's very own Roberta Naicker.
I think we at the ABN Group we've positioned ourselves to be able to tell the African growth story for the past 11 years, but women form an important part of that. And as much as we have done with the Forbes Women platform, we have been able to tell some of the incredible and the wonderful stories that women have been doing on the continent. We're not done yet. We still have so much to do. So I think we need evenings like this. We need that recognition for people that have paved the way for Africa's future, to be able to tell the story and to be able to be supported and mentored and inspired.
14 years ago, when we were talking about this project, it was sort of heard of in organizations that they had a strategy for women. They didn't really have a strategy. They may have had a few female executives that they wanted to showcase. As we've grown, we are seeing projects that have grown locally, regionally, internationally and globally, companies that have grown internationally. However, yes, we still have a big challenge and we still need to do more, and that's why the awards that we're holding are so much more imperative now, because we're on a trajectory and we need to make sure that we don't drop the ball on this trajectory. It's not enough just to say, well done. Now how do you pay it forward? How do you pass on the baton?